Okay, hey everybody, this is Grace, and I woke up this morning, I always wake up early. Who knows what time, 3 to as early as 2, yeah. And usually not later than 6, say. Anyway, and I woke up thinking a lot about different things, especially this crap. This is crap. I got a lot of more words than crap to say about it, of doing these food deliveries, because honestly, I've said this in a video, I don't know which channel I put them on. I had gotten so backlogged I had to put them on different channels, but this is crap. This is not the American way. I mean, we have a lot of flaws in our way of, doing business. But this is definitely not the whole thing, like I've said before, and I'll say it again. I'm saying if you don't do something stupid, they're going to punish you for it. Like, stupid can be going, let's see, what was it, 104.1 miles? I didn't do that. I don't think anybody did. I would really feel for them if they did to deliver something. That's one way. It was just not $100 and something, no. So, stuff like that, or spending your own money, basically, to deliver something, so then you might get the chances, this is gambling, even, some would say, it's gambling, if you do a lot of theirs that are bad, and really bad ones, then they'll start giving you the good ones, because you earned it. Really? Did you? Have you ever tried it? I mean, a lot of you have tried it. And just to see that you're still getting crap orders. And they build you up just to tear you down, get your AR up, and then say, I'm not taking all these, I'm tired of it. And it goes back down, There's no real, you're doing a good job, hey, let me give you something. Come on, really? I can't speak for all of them, and then I could say later on, well, it's also this way, because I tend to give alternative ways of looking at things. Seriously, that's what I was trained to do. And research and all that, it could be this, it could be that. Really, it's not always one size fits all. So, anyway, but to me, it's total crap. I think there's some of them that aren't. Some of them aren't into this, deception and all that. Some of them make more sense so far. And that whole thing of what happened to me yesterday, I have a few videos up behind them. Once again, I got somewhat caught up, and I still have some. And I heard the one that I had said this about the exclusive, and then I found that one. Need to put that one up. But I'd already yesterday made another one about exclusive. But I also made it about the whole thing that I was sitting there waiting on offers to come, and they got zapped right out of my. There was a good one. Oh, let me see where it is. If it's house or an apartment, zoom in. I know how long it takes. I've been doing it a year. I gotta hurry and do that, and I'm really good at doing that. After a year, and boom, it's gone. It was a good order, good offer. The next one, same thing. So I wrote to them, got the response. It said 6 to 12 hours later, and probably was somewhere around there. And overnight, it did not. I had sent text, plural, real short sentences, direct to the point. No add this, but very clear English. And I do, believe it or not, I can do that. I'm better at writing stuff. Don't look at my description, but I'm better at writing. And anyway, the response I got back, I did it in text on purpose. Response I got back had absolutely nothing to do with what I said. Seriously, it was something like, since your account, I verified it, your account is, what's the word, is active. And if you're having trouble logging on, just you're having trouble with, I don't know, it said something like logging on, log off and log back on. What the crap? And it just went on and on. Not anything applied to what I said, which was zap. They're gone. I truly think it's those, it's, you know, a bot. See, I had my first computer in 1982. I don't know when it was the first time I ever heard of bots being used. You know, and the bots could mean anything to people, or any way they do it, or is a bot really a human back there going this and that and programming these bots? Some just use those interchangeably. Terminology has changed quite a bit since the 1980s, and several times, many times. Whatever that generation wants to call it, or the next group of people have decided there's a different term for it, you know. Okay, my goodness, it is so quiet out here. The world hasn't woken up yet very much. I could actually hear my SUV's engine. Wow. I always say it's the quietest, you know, vehicle I've ever had. Automobile. It's automobile. Anyway, where was I? But anyway, that whole thing, and it's like, okay, you know, even in person, not in person, but over the phone, they might not understand what I'm saying. They might agree to it, and I know this over a year. I mean, it's not over a year. I have been, this goes back since this kind of thing's outsourcing first, that I have first ever heard of it, and that was probably way back in, maybe it was in part of 1980s, but I'd say more of 1990s that I've heard of it and had to use it. And I am not one of those dumb bubbas, or I'm not a dumb bubbet, that their views are all full of prejudice. No. But I have been on that side that has had to deal with that on my job. And, you know, some of them, you know, even the people I worked with, some of them was like, it's their whole personality was to be prejudiced. Seriously. You know, but when it's really affecting your job, that the people that you're trying to get information from, they don't understand what you're saying, and that was their job, is to understand what you're saying and give you appropriate information, that's bad. Okay, and I'm still going to say this. I don't understand why they don't outsource to Mexico. I mean, just really think a lot about that. English and Spanish is not that different. Maybe it's because I grew up in Texas, born and raised in Texas, that I would think that. But it's not that difficult. Yeah. I mean, just think about it. And that's not just about the language uses, language uses, but people who don't even use the same writing, and they can't understand anything about the culture. I could go on and on. I am a social behavioral scientist, and the culture needs to be understood to get the correct information on certain things for businesses. Okay, they need to understand the culture, and these are not people. I'm not saying everybody. I'm saying just some people, and I'm not even saying any one particular app. But not exactly people who understand, you know, anything. Some of it's, I mean, that text I got back, I think it was something they slapped on there, you know. They had it in already written as it is. That sounds kind of like it. And then it says, has this issue been resolved? And I put no, of course, and I wrote back, you know, said, please reread what I had written. No response. Actually, something was sent to me, and it basically, there was nothing there. It says something had been sent to me. I looked, there was nothing there. So what, did they just refresh or something? So the same text they'd already sent, there was not two texts. from them. But somehow they could refresh it and ask the same question over again. Is this resolved? So I just left it alone. I'm not going to use that app. I say that and watch me still try. But that's just too much. It's just too much. Really. I'm 61 years old. I have a clue of how things work here in the United States. A major clue of how it works. And if they're trying to change our culture to where their rules apply, like taking off, that wasn't the same one, taking off, giving me a contract violation because there were a bunch of kids playing a little, I'm certain of this, and giving me the contract violation. I fought it. They told me originally that they had determined that I was right. Then they put it back on there. I could say a lot about that. You remember, I'm a social and behavioral scientist. Think along the line of, but on steroids. Your social studies teacher. Some call it social studies. Some call it other things. When you were in grade school, but on steroids. You wouldn't believe the stuff that I know. And I was a career student in it for over 20 years and taught at College University. You would believe. And this crap, wow, man, they're changing. It's just, my fear is they're changing it to their way. Beware. Hey, I'm 61 years old. I'm just warning the younger generation. You know, and I'm not even doing that. I don't give people advice, you know. It's for entertainment purposes only. I'm doing air quotes. Yeah. But I really, this is so disgusting. Okay, I don't know if you're going to go or you're just going to stand there and swagger a little bit. But he looked like he was about as awake as I am. See, but I can't drink coffee. I can't drink caffeine. I never liked coffee. It was so bitter. Yeah, I know, acquired taste, all that. But no thank you. I don't want to acquire that taste. Yuck. Sorry for you coffee drinkers who can't get by without your morning coffee. I used to drink for mine morning caffeine shot. It was not shot, but yeah, I don't want people who just don't understand to really think about it that way. But I used to drink Diet Big Red. It had caffeine in it. Can't drink it anymore, and that was one of my favorite drinks. So, you know, I want to go get myself some breakfast because I think this is my last time to really, you know, really care about this crap. I was thinking this morning, I really want to change genres in life. Hey, you know, when I was in university, being that career student, I did a lot of, you know, temporary jobs and seasonal work and stuff like that. I had like 3 jobs: homemaker, you know, actual worked at a job, and I was a student. But was always active, and as I am today. But anyway, you know, just I did so many different things, so it's nothing new to me. It's nothing, you know. Adam, you know, it's a bit of a snob. He thinks a person like me should not be doing this kind of work. He will never get it because of his sense of snobbery. I cannot imagine him understanding that this is the only thing that I can do to try to keep that health insurance. He has lived a privileged life. I have not. Okay, I got myself some breakfast. And there's some people, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I thought I saw another one, but no, 5 people out there lifting weights in the parking lot here. I guess it's some kind of training because one of them apparently is a trainer. The other ones just look totally exhausted. Okay, but yesterday I was out here. Haven't put that video up. I could have several videos. I'm thinking more than just those 2 to put up before this one even. And I was out here, and the parking lot for 24-hour fitness was just, I mean, when I drove past it, there weren't that many, at least that I saw. When I came back, it was just packed. And this area is big, you can see. You know, so in front of that is big like that. And they're still, here it is, 6:51 in the morning. Still quite packed. I wonder what's going on there, really. I'm going to have my breakfast. Okay, so the workout people, they walked way far, I don't know how far, leaving all the stuff there. You know, the weights and the pad and the, I don't know what else. Then they came all the way back to pack up and leave. Okie dokie. I guess it's all part of it, huh? I don't know. It was 3 women and a man doing the exercise, and then their coach, it was a male. I guess the coach, what do they call them? Personal trainers or whatever. You know, I've been thinking a lot about how just words, terms, terminology, I mentioned this in this video, has changed over all these years. And and people will say, yeah, you boomers, get a grip, people. You know, y'all so old school, you use language, old school language. Well, at least we know it all. Sorry. But just think about how much we do know. You know, how much we do know. We know our parents are, you know, everybody has a clue, but you have to have enough age, time passed to know so much about all these different ways people say the same thing as generations go by. And it's not really just generations, like I said. It's whenever somebody decides, hey, that's a different, what else use a different name for the same thing. Or they say things like sick. You know, somebody, it's sick, meaning a good thing. Really. I remember when bad could mean cool, and cool would always be cool, but bad could be bad and bad could be cool. Bad could be good. Yeah, you know, seriously. Okay, so where are those maintenance people? All of a sudden it started. Glad I wasn't parked near it, but anyway, where am I? It's quite a bit later. Nothing much happening, but it's a bad offers. They're not really all that bad, but they're places I would not deliver. So, and I guess nobody else wanted to go that far for that little. It's still like 1:1 ratio. No. Okay. Anyway, it's a little chilly out here. Let's see, 78 degrees. I'm not used to it already. But, you know, I was talking about this, that I really don't want to do this anymore. But in my last video, I mentioned that I probably would still do it just to get out of the house every once in a while. And that's probably what I will do. But I'm not going to rely on this to, you know, I'm doing this for health insurance purposes only. You know, originally, I kind of like doing it still. But now, I know that. But the frustration is too much. Anyway. It's not about the money, it's about proving to the government that I can make a certain amount of money. Well, I can't prove to the government I'm making a certain amount of money with this crap. You know, I'm on other apps, or I've been going to other apps, and it's crap. You know, the offers are crap, or the no offers. I mean, one of them, I think it would be every, like, blue moon, maybe I would get one. Okay, some of them I get notices. I mentioned this in a video yesterday. I get notices that those are more of the, you go and pick the stuff up, you know, and deliver. Well, you do that on everyone, but it's like a bunch of boxes and stuff, packages. I don't like that. Oh, this bird is coming toward me. It's a pigeon, actually. But okay, I do that, but there's no, it doesn't say where this place is, and it's once I go on, it's gone. I'm like, what the crap? You know, what do you want me to do here? And the other one, I'm kind of like, I don't know, I heard too much negative about it. And so many other ones. But it's such a waste of time. Why are all these birds flying around me? I don't know. But anyway, this is just, I'm gonna try. I almost said screw it. It's not even been an hour, or maybe it has been. No, maybe not even an hour, but usually the first hour of any time I go out, usually the first hour is nothing good. And then finally I'll get this one that's halfway decent. Or maybe I run out of patience and I take it. Take one that's not that decent. But I'm gonna see. Okay, I did just say screw it. Oh my goodness, seriously. It's been, I'd say, over an hour, and really, yeah. It's what I was receiving some of those really bad ones, and it's like the closer I am to Dallas, the further south, the more they want me to go into places I don't want to go to outside of this county, Collin County. And I'm not sure if some of them might actually be within the county, but barely. And but I don't know the areas well enough. And the last time I did one of the places I said I would never go to, it was in it was a scary house. It was a corner house, and I guess they had just let their whatever looked like a tree become a tree, and it covered up the front door to where anybody on the road would not be able to see it. And it was spooky. Just to say, you know, I only mention the ones that are weird or spooky or creepy, or you know, ones that some of them are funny. They're the ones that stand out. The other ones are all have been good, so I'm not always having bad experiences. It's just that the other ones are just, you just go and deliver and that's it. You know, but the ones that stand out, I make videos on, and a lot of them have things to do with like dangerous roads. The roads are actually dangerous. And seriously, the roads to there. And then it just happens. I mean, sometimes driving through a really nice suburb, you know, really nice area within it, and all of a sudden, boom, it just becomes bad, dangerous roads. You know, I don't know all of Collin County. Lived here over 20 years. Don't know all of it. You know. But this kind of stuff, if I really was, like I was saying, I don't know why you're still sitting there. Really want to change genres in life. I've done that online too. You know, I'm really talking about online. So, but yeah, change to something different. I've done that online, like I was saying. That when I first started off doing videos for on YouTube, not for YouTube, but on YouTube, it was 10 years ago next month. And I've said this so many times in these 10 years, but basically, I was looking for one thing. All I thought YouTube was about was music and how-tos. And I was looking for something that was, for whatever reason, I tried it. I mean, I'd been using YouTube for music and such, mainly music, for years. I don't know how long. And anyway, I found people doing shopping videos eventually. I was like, hey, I can do that. And then the rest is history. You know, I branched out to other stuff. Really don't, yeah. But anyway, so and over the years, I've looked at different things. I've watched different genres. Like before this one, quite a bit of it was the whole, I'm not real into this true crime, not at all. Adam is, but I'm not. But I got into watching that community, but also the people who were making, you know, these, what do they call them? You know, when they, parodies and reaction videos. And it's just a bunch of gossip and people being mean. What I saw, mainly. Not 100%. And one size doesn't fit all in any of this. But just people being rude. Some of them just unbelievably, the terms they use. I mean, we're talking despicable people, but not all. Like I said, not all people that were doing it were that that's scummy, really. Bottom feeders much, that kind of thing. No, they're humans. It's gross. I mean, some of it was gross. Some of it was, I don't know. Definitely not mine. But some of them were okay, like I said. But it's those bad ones, the squeaky wheel kind of thing, I guess. But it was so disgusting. Some of it's just like, oh, I am not listening to you. I'm not. Oh, boy, wow. When they use letter words, especially the C one woman calling another woman the C word, really? That's about as low as you can get in my book. That is pretty much, as far as this kind of thing, that's pretty much low as you can get. Or, I mean, I saw some that should have gotten that person, really should have gotten that person banned. Because, oh my gosh, she was so horrible. But anyway, I mean, I've looked at some that you wouldn't think that, I mean, true crime, I don't want to stereotype, Those were just a few. I don't want to stereotype. Well, the people who watch true crime are going to be, no, I don't think like that. And some of them, I don't know what to think about, especially when there is a term, and I've been trying to think of it. It's basically when a person is a bit, I don't even know. I need to review some of the stuff that I studied all those years for. And the bad thing is, I just reviewed it a few years ago. It was like, oh, what are these? The different ways people are paranoid, I think. But anyway, there's one of them, like somebody thinks that the person who's on TV is talking to them. I cannot remember what it's called though. But like people, or the mayor of the town gives a speech and they're talking to them, directly to them. And no, it's not. Well, I guess it could be under schizophrenia, but no, it's, or maybe it is. Hey, but yeah. Anyway, but if you've been online long enough, you know that there are people who will be talking to you about you, to you, or whatever, mentioning and not mention your channel name, your whatever, for people to figure it out. I don't use people's channels if I'm talking about something that somebody's done that's really bothered me. I don't do that. That's kind of like too close to malicious gossip to me. To do that, to say this person, but the behavior of, because my degrees are in psychology and sociology, I focus on the behaviors of that is a bad behavior or whatever it is, and one that makes you go, But I don't want to, I'm not trying to out the person for being a bad person or something like that. That's just not me. I mean, if it's really bad enough, maybe. But, I don't think I ever have. Yeah, I don't think I have. But I have said things like, one time I got pretty angry, but that's when I found out that basically I must have had, it was February 2020, I'll just put it that way. February 2020. Yeah. And, but I called them, two of them, POSs, and I didn't just say POS. It's just not likely that I would do that. It's just not me. And they were copycats, both of them, around the same time for 2 years. Then they were, and I addressed them without saying their names or their channel names or their whatevers, to really indicate who it is. But the behaviors I really point out, including that of taking things that were my life, things that actually happened to me. I mentioned actually happened to me, and making it her own. It was the female. One was male, one was female. Not the same subjects even. But one tried even to take what my degrees are in. I mean, that's kind of wacko, man. And it's also illegal from what I understand, but I'm not a voice of authority on it. But yeah, you can't really claim degrees when you don't have them. At least not that I know of. But anyway, especially try to make yourself earn more money. I don't know. I'm not, like I said, don't take me as a voice of authority. But yeah, I mean, I've been through different genres, watching people from different genres, and being, even maybe doing stuff. And it's kind of like this. I didn't do it for this purpose. I really did it for the purpose of the health insurance bit. It's not helping. But just seeing a lot of, seeing the stuff that I don't know why you're trying to do that. But seeing myself, how it works, really, as far as doing this food delivery, it really hasn't changed my view on the customer. Don't blame the customer. They're trying to get people who have not learned the lesson of don't fight amongst yourselves. Put the blame where it belongs. It does not belong on the customer. The customer doesn't owe us anything. They're already paying a delivery subscription fee, whether it's monthly, each one bit by bit, each delivery, whether they're doing yearly, monthly, yearly, however it is where they are, plus the hike in the price of the product, really, and whatever else, taxes, who knows. And then on top of it, they're asking for a tip. People said, hey, I'm paying this also an additional delivery fee. I've counted, I think, 4 different ways they would get money out of the person who's ordering it before the tip. I mean, if you're a logical person like me, you say, why the crap am I paying all this money? I always did. I always paid a tip, and it was always a good one. So, but still, it's like, this is wrong. This is all kinds of wrong. They don't advertise that the delivery fee is not totally going to the delivery person. In fact, is it even 50% or less? Yeah. Anyway, I want to stop here. I wonder if Elvis will come out. Elvis lives around here, an Elvis impersonator. I saw one time. I don't even remember where I didn't see which house it came from. What? Maybe it was doing one of those in a home. Never mind. Those might be the crows. They call. Do you know what the 3 crows mean? Is as far as what was the terminology used? When you see 3 crows together, that flock is called a murder. Seriously, M-U-R-D-E-R, murder. 3 crows together. And they made it 2. I don't remember what 2 means. Probably just they mate for life, so maybe that's it. The 2 right there. The other one was the 3rd wheel. Anyway. But I read that, and I was like, really? Just yesterday I told Adam, and he said, it was somewhere online, I just searched it, and I didn't take notes. And he said, it's not, he said, I've never heard that. I said, no, I haven't either. But I always thought when they call, they go C-A-W, that it means, what it means, but it's supposed to be something like, I saw that too. 2 of them means like, where are you? What are you doing? Something like that. And I always thought it was 3. That it was 3 calls in Rome to come here. But yesterday I was outside, and these birds, I think they recognize me. They know. They call for me a lot to come out. They complain to me. And, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Over and over and over. But, those calls, those 2. And so I go out and I feed them, and I did that, and all of a sudden one of them did the one of danger. 3 is something like, I don't recognize this person, this could be dangerous. And it did that, but the dog next door barked, and then it did that, and it took off after the dog. When I saw it hit the dog, and the dog ran inside the house. The person was, the neighbor was just, she doesn't put the dog on a leash, and it just tries to run after me. Okay, that's not supposed to happen. So the bird took up for me. It was weird. Hey, this woman feeds us, so don't you be having that dog after her. Of course, I don't know that. Okay, I think I've rambled enough. I'm kind of sleepy, can you tell? It's 7:52 now. I was up at... What time actually was I up this morning? Oh, I was up a little late. For me, it was... I remember snoozing my alarm. Well, changed it. I think I changed it for 30 minutes later or something like that. And it was something like 4:30. That's my usual. Anyway, this was a bummer today. This was going out there and trying something. And it's not going to work. I know at least a month. So, anyway, wrapping it up. I'm going to try and start my life a different one. Or go back to an old one. We'll see. Talk to you on the video. Bye.